Hello, everyone. Welcome to the WdY&x podcast. Our topic for today is empowering women, and my special guest is Bosola Afolayan. Bosola is a senior pastor, conference speaker, talk show host, and certified life coach with 20 years of experience in pastoral mentorship role. Bosola is passionate about empowering youth and women, especially in discovering, living out their God-ordained purpose, and has achieved building a mentorship academy where male and female teens and young adults are mentored in paradigm shift curriculum spanning 6 months. With the skill in coaching and leadership, Bosola is dedicated to helping youth to discover, develop, and deploy their God-given potential. Welcome, Bosola.
Thank you so much, Will.
Looking forward to have a very interesting discussion empowering women.
Oh, same here.
Let me ask you the first question. Can you share a personal story about yourself?
All right. I guess the story I'd like to share is how I really got into empowering women, doing what I'm doing presently, how I even got to my pastoral role fully. I graduated from college at the age of 21 plus, and I went into building a career immediately, and I guess I did that for like 12 years. In 2028, I was working in the financial services industry at the time that I was stabilizing my career. At the time that I thought, okay, I'm getting to the peak of my career, and I lost my job. I lost it because of the economic downturn in the country, then in the financial services industry. And after that, I tried getting to pick up other employment. I tried, I applied, went for interview. I went for interviews, and nothing was coming forth, and I was gradually slipping into depression. I tried to pick up one or two skills. I tried to start one or two businesses, and nothing seemed to be working. It was like a dark period for me at that time. And one of the things that helped me to be able to go through that phase of my life before transiting into full-time pastoral work in 2010 was the support system that I had around me. My family members, my husband being a strong support, the love of people around me helped me to go through that dark phase. Because at that time, I was slipping into depression. I was considering myself as a failure because I tried so many things at that point in time and nothing seems to be working. And that was the situation that pushed me into discovering the other aspect of my life, where I started the academy and ministry to women and going into full-time pastoral role.
Thank you for sharing your personal story and overcoming life challenges, right? I think often that's one is the what I call the defining moments when you go through that journey and you discover what I call the better version of yourself and doing what you're doing now. So thank you for sharing your gift to the world, and looking forward to further our discussion. In this segment, I usually dedicate the episode to a couple of people that I know. And today I want to dedicate to one of my mentee. Her name is Dorota Wisinka. I've known her for many, many years. So she's been my mentee for many years. So just want to dedicate to her for her being a leader and giving back to her community and helping other people grow and develop. So shout out to Dorota. Hopefully you're having a good day. It's a happy Monday. And Bosola, who do you want to dedicate this episode to?
Yeah, July is a special month for me because by July 17th, it will be 25 years of marriage.
Oh, congratulations.
My wedding anniversary. So I want to use this opportunity to do a shout out to my beloved husband, my friend of 28 years, and I've been married to him for the past 25 years. So I want to do this shout out to him and to our lovely children, 3 children, Jemima, Isaac, and Zoe.
Wow, first of all, congratulations. That shows strength and dedication, and wishing you both continued success. And just to mention, I think I also want to dedicate this to my daughter who's gonna have her 21st birthday on July 11th. So Faith Lucan, just want to dedicate this one to you. It's our eldest daughter. So thank you. Let's dive into the topic. What inspired you to focus on empowering women, and how did this journey in this field begin?
All right. Several years back, as I said, I had to transition from the secular work, in the financial services industry when there was an economic downturn in the nation in 2008, and for a period of 2-3 years, I was slipping into depression, trying so many things, and nothing seems to working. I was at that junction in 2010 that I transitioned into full-time pastoral work to support my husband. So there was this particular evening, I was holding a group meeting with the women in the church, and I asked them, how many of you are fulfilling your lifelong dreams and visions? And I was expecting all hands to be up, but unfortunately, no hand was up. And it shocked me, it jolted me, and it was one of the what I had to look into the issues that women are facing, that especially after marriage, many of them, they're not able to fulfill their dreams. When they were younger, they had dreams, they had passion, that vision of what they wanted to be in life, and along the way, probably due to life challenges, due to one issues or the other, probably due to the women having to wear so many caps, they were lost. They couldn't find themselves again. And I found out that many women at a point in their lives dropped their vision, dropped their dreams, and there was no passion. They were less passionate about what they actually wanted to become, and they've settled for alternatives in their life. So it was one of the things that jolted me to start looking into the issues of women and to help these women, to encourage them and to motivate them that they don't have to ditch their dreams. They don't have to be stuck up in life. They don't have to fall by the wayside. They can still pick up their dreams. They can still pick up their vision and become who they actually really want to be in life and destiny. So that was at that point that I started looking into the issues of women and how they can be empowered, for their dreams to be empowered, their visions to be empowered, to become a reality.
Thank you for actually doing that work. I think that work is immensely important to empower women, right? I think the next question I have, can you share some specific challenges women face, and how can you overcome them?
All right. One of the challenge, I'm going to use my issue as a case study. All right, and I believe it's going to be relevant. I remember when I had to, transition to full-time pastoral role, and it was a leadership position. You have to lead people from different backgrounds, different cultural experiences, okay, different tribes, different worldviews, people coming from different backgrounds, with their issues. And it was at this point that I have to take over the mantle of leadership of the church, and the church was also going through a series of setback at that time because there was a break away from the church. So it was at that point that I had to step in to assist my husband, who is a missionary evangelist who travels a lot, and I had to step into that role. So it was and people want to find out, okay, a woman taking the lead position in the church, how is she going to cope? I have to build up a team that was predominantly male dominated. I have to be able to build their trust, and I have to be able to form a team, a working team that can steer the ship of the ministry organization to a greater height and a greater level. So a woman assuming that position, and you have to lead a congregation of the young, of the old, both children, teenagers, young adults, older people that are even older than I am, people from, different work experiences of life and all that. So it was a bit challenging for me. And, I one of the things that I had to do, like, number one, I made sure I was my true authentic self. I didn't want to pretend to be something or somebody that I am not. And there were so many opinions of who I should be at that position, but I refused to fit into the mold of what people, because if I'm to fit into this person's mode of opinion, and I also want to please this person, and I want to please that person, that I'll run crazy. So one of the things that I said to myself, okay, let me be my true authentic self unapologetically. Let them know, okay, this is who I am. I'm unique, I'm special, I'm different from probably whoever has been leading you in the past. So this is who I am, and I just want to be my true authentic self. And secondly, I try to genuinely connect with people, connect with their issues, and I try to love them as much as possible and to be there for them to the capacity to which I could be there for them. Because at the same time, you can't be all things to all men, okay? But you can do the best that you can do, offer your services to them, and make sure that you genuinely care and love them. And that was what like broke the wall of partition for me. When these people understood that, okay, this person is here, she genuinely cares for us, she genuinely lives for us, she wants the best for our lives and destiny, and to actually motivate them to become the best version of themselves. So that was what broke down the wall for me, and the result has been amazing.
Thank you for sharing how you overcome. Especially, I remember you mentioned bringing your authentic self, right? Showing you care, showing you care about them, and more importantly, connecting. I think that, and it's really inspiring how you were able to get all the people who were there before to actually trust you, and that clearly shows you that you have the servant leadership mindset and great character to actually lead other people. So they're so fortunate to actually have you as their leader. My next question is,
I'm blessed to have them too.
yes, that also that's true. What are the key strategy or practice do you recommend for women to develop their leadership skill to advance their life and their career?
Firstly, I'll talk about women being self-aware. It's so important.
True.
So important. You have to know that you are unique. You have to know that you have a place. You have to understand your values. You have to understand your strength. One of the things I normally encourage women is develop your core values. What are those things that this is you and you are not ready to compromise? Okay, those attributes, those characters, and also encourage to build strength of character, which is very, very important, like integrity, honesty, okay, being charitable, compassionate, empathy. Also build your strength of character, and also understanding your strength, understanding your value. It's very, very important. When you understanding your uniqueness, you are not in competition with another person. When you are as a woman, you understand your uniqueness. When other women are shining, and you readily celebrate them. You are not intimidated, okay? You are also able to look inward and say, okay, if that person can achieve it, then I guess I can do the same. By looking inward and placing demand on your potential, your innate abilities, developing yourself. So another thing I would advise women is to embrace lifelong learning. Okay, There's always the room to improve on yourself, build capacity. Once you have understood your innate abilities, your gifts, go and develop it, build it, sharpen your skill, build capacity. I believe there's always a room for you when you are skillful, when you build capacity. There's always a place for you, and there are always people that will place a demand on that which you have if you have sharpened your skill. So I advise women to build capacity. I advise women also to step out of the comfort zone, take calculated risk. Don't just be comfortable where you are. Don't just settle. Don't settle on your leaves. Just know that, look, I can always do better. I can stretch myself. I can become better at what I'm doing. I can improve on myself. There's always room for improvement. Women should also lead with authenticity. I've talked about that, being their true authentic self. And women should also seek leadership opportunities. Okay? Don't just volunteer. You can volunteer for leadership roles in your organization, in your community, in the industry, wherever you find yourself. So women should push themselves. Don't just be comfortable being at the same spot. Don't just be comfortable where you are. Just that I can always accomplish more. I can achieve more. I can do more. I can become better. I don't have to just settle at the comfort zone. And then build a support network. I always say that you are your association, and you are as strong as the support network that you have. And it's always important when you recognize the people that are value adding, people that are ready to push you to become your best, people that are ready to motivate you, people that are ready, to sharpen your vision, not people that pull you down. Build the support network of value-adding people that love you, people that want the best for you, not toxic and negative people, but people that have positive vibes, that can energize you, that can push you, that can motivate you to become better and to progress in life and destiny.
Wow, thank you for sharing all those strategies. They're really important for them to be able to move the needle in advance. I really love the point about character, right? I think character is the most important thing. I love the point about being self-aware and also being a life learner, right? And then also taking opportunity to take on leadership role when it's available, and stretch yourself out there and put yourself out there to take the risk and actually learn, to actually grow and continue to be a life learner. Thank you for sharing those. As we go through life, I think how does one address the issue of work-life balance? Because that's one of the more complicated topic, right?
Yes, as a woman, you're a daughter, a sister, you're a wife, you're a CEO, you're an entrepreneur. A woman wears so many caps, and
Yes.
it's so easy for a woman to get entangled and encumbered with the many caps that we're wearing, that we seem to lose ourselves, we seem to lose our relevance, and we couldn't really find a balance. Okay, because we're so entangled with so many things. So one of the things that I will advise for us to find a work-life balance is number one, let us set our priorities right.
Yes.
We need to set our priorities right. And that starts with our vision. That starts with our dream. Where am I going? Where's my destination? Then how can I what are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points that I need to do to get to achieving my goals, to my objectives, to be able to have clarity of vision, and to be able to say, okay, this is how I want to achieve this. And we set our priorities right. What are the things that are urgent? What are the things that are important? What are the things that are not so important? We get to just lump everything up, the one that is necessary, the one that is unnecessary, and we just all get entangled with all this. So we need to sit down and say, okay, this is where I'm going. This is my vision. These are the things that are important and urgent and necessary for me to achieve my goals, to get to this point that I want to get. So the first thing is we need to set our priorities right. And in doing that, we need to be able to break down our tasks to daily tasks, to weekly tasks, to monthly tasks, to yearly goals, to 5-year goals, 10-year goals, next 10 years. Where do I want to? We need to be able to set our priorities right. And then we need to disentangle, and that will help us to be able to disentangle and to be able to get out of so many things that we're so encumbered with. Then I will also say this: we need to have good support system. Good support system, family members that can help out, good friends that can help out, neighbors that can help out. And for us to have this good support system, that means as a woman, we need to have good interpersonal skills. We have to be relatable. We have to be relatable. We have to maintain relevance and quality relationship. Value healthy relationship. People that we can call upon in time of need. Okay, you can step in for me. You can support me this way. So that will clearly help us to be able to to balance our work and our life, career, and everything, and still have and let me use this one, still have our cake and eat it at the same time. One doesn't have to suffer for the other. We can balance. I always tell them you can have it all. We can have it all. If only we can have this wisdom tips to balance our life and career, we can have it all.
I think I totally agree with you with the prioritization and also have a support system. I think with a support system and good prioritization, it doesn't have to be. I always tell people too when they said, okay, how do you manage your work-life balance? I said it's not about a work-life balance, whether I have more work or more life, right? I said it's a matter of trying to figure out what works for you, what's really important for you at the end of the day, and what matters to you. I think understanding those. So I really appreciate you sharing your tips on work-life balance. Can you now share a success story or a transformative experience that you worked with someone in the past?
I'd like to share on how I started the Green Slick Mentorship Academy.
Yes, please.
It's a great one for me because it's something that is born out of passion. It was birthed out of need. I recognize the need around me in my community, because where we have a ministry organization, it's in a community that is a semi-literate, average people. Okay, and I found out that there are a whole lot of young girls that are given to, moral vices in the society. You see young ladies out of school, you see young men, okay, doing gangsterism and all that. So there was a particular day, a young lady walked into my office, and I've never seen her before in my life. 18-year-old at that time, the same age as my first daughter. That was 6 years, and she was crying, and I was like, "Is this something you want to share?" She said she was just passing by, and she saw that the church door was open, and she walked in. And it's a very sensitive issue that I want to share, and that is to let you know what some of these youngsters are going through that their parents are not even aware of. Fortunately, this young lady, I guess she got pregnant, and she got pregnant, and the parents, they don't know about it. She underwent an abortion, and which went wrong, okay, and she couldn't talk to her parents about it. She couldn't speak to her mother about it, and at that point in time, she was so burdened. She needed somebody to speak to. So she just walked into the church, and I happened to be there at that time. So I spoke to her, I encouraged her. I took her mind away from the mistake of the past, and I made her to realize what she could be. And I began to engage her in conversation. Okay, what is your dream? What would you like to become? She said she wanted to be an airline hostess. I said, do you know that no matter the mistake you've made in the past, you can still achieve your dream? And that was where I started from. And from that point, I began to come in contact with teenagers, adults, ladies, young men, and having access to their hearts, and they've been readily to open up to me. And I thought, okay, I can put this thing into a formal program for them. Okay, and that was what birthed the Green Slick Mentorship Academy. And one other thing that we try to do is to engage them in skills so that they can be empowered. Probably hairdressing, or makeup artistry, or fashion designing. Okay, we try that. We have collaboration with some organizations that we put them through. But I also found out that many of these ladies, when we empower them in skills and we try to set them up in business, they didn't have the requisite wisdom and knowledge to sustain the business. Yeah. And that got us to go back to the drawing board. Okay, we're trying to empower them, but their minds are not empowered. And that was what birthed the academy, because we realized that success is first within, then without. If they can have a paradigm shift, if their mind can be renewed towards purpose, towards capacity building, towards skill development, okay, then whatever we empower them with, they will be able to sustain it and maintain it. So that built the academy, which was for 6 months, which is like to reorientate their mind. It's an opportunity for them to learn, to unlearn, and to relearn, so that whatever we are empowering them with, whether financially or whether setting up a business for them, if they have gone through those 6 months of academy whereby their mind has been shaped, then they'll be able to sustain the business, they'll be able to sustain whatever it is that we're committing into their heads. And that is one of the greatest success story and turning points even for me as a person.
Well, thank you very much for sharing that very, very inspiring story. It's truly transformative, right? I think you're changing literally lives of a lot of people. And I love the fact that you mentioned about you starting the program and then you're helping them create this business, but yet they're not ready to do it. And then you have to go back to the drawing board, being that humble to say, what we did work this far, it needs to go that far. And as a leader, to be that reflective to say, well, we need to do something else. We need to help them more, change their mindset, help them unlearn and relearn, truly exemplify how great you are as a leader. I'm really humbled to actually help you on my episode, and really thank you for your time and sharing that amazing personal story. Next question I have, what advice would you have for women who are just starting their career and looking to make an impact? And this is very, prevalent to a lot of graduates.
Yes, the advice that I'll have for women that are just starting up in their career, one of the advice would be, number one, have big dreams. Don't ever limit yourself. Pull down every limiting belief. Know that you can. Know that you can become whatever you want to become. And then have a great vision. Have passion. Be passionate. Be zealous. All right? Because passion is a driving force. You can have dream, and if you're not passionate about your dream, they just find out that you are just on the same spot. And you must love what you do, and get ready to take risks. Get ready to stretch yourself. I encourage people, when you stretch yourself, you'll never break. When you stretch yourself, you can never go back to the previous position that you used to be. Be adventurous. Be ready to step up. Be ready to step out of your comfort zone. Be ready to take up the world. Be ready to explore. Be ready to take on big tasks. It all stems from you not limiting yourself. Believe in yourself, believe in your dream, and believe in God. Settle for less. Set a high standard for yourself. Tell yourself, I'm not going to settle for less. I'm going to set a standard of excellence for myself. I'm going to set a standard. And when you reach up to that standard, set a higher standard. You will never break, but you are building capacity. You are building yourself. So that's one of the advice that I'm going to give to women that are looking to building a career. Know what you want and go for it. Go for it. Don't let anything be a hindrance to you. Don't let anything be impossible. Don't see impossibilities. See possibilities. And when you have a mind of possibilities, opportunities will open to you. Then build capacity. Always be prepared. Read books. Read autobiographies. There are people that have succeeded in what you want to do. Read their story. Know their secrets. Know the principles that they engage to be where they are. And you know what? When you engage the same principles, you are going to get the result. So we need to have this learning, a thirst. I call it a thirst and a hunger for learning. Don't just be okay with where you are. Be satisfied with your level, go for it, and you will achieve it. And have a winning attitude, and have a heart of gratitude. In whatever situation you find yourself, be grateful. Gratitude is very key.
Wow, thank you for sharing that strategy for them to be successful. My next question is, how can organization and community better help in empowering women?
Organizations should actually give women opportunities.
Okay, yeah, true.
And I'll say this, no stigmatization on women, no label on women. Women should be given equal opportunities. And so also, when it comes to remuneration, women should get fair justice. If a woman is capable, she can do the job, she's qualified, she fits it. Don't see her as a woman. See her as an entity that can deliver on this job. See her as an entity that can do this. Gender equality in workplace. I'm a support for it. Yeah, I'm a support for it. Just, justice when it comes to pay, when it comes to remuneration, women need that. Then equal opportunities for women to showcase what they are made for. And that is by providing training and development opportunities for women. Training and development opportunities for women. When we invest in leadership development and mentorship, okay, and skill training for women. So these opportunities must be created for women in the community and in organization and in workplace, so that women too can achieve, they can climb the ladder of success, and they can also achieve their goals. When there is, when we create a safe and an inclusive environment, security is key for women. That an environment that prevents harassment in workplace and discrimination in workplace. It's going to help women, okay, to also develop, to be developed in the community, help to develop women, their leadership skill. Then lastly, when we celebrate the achievement of women.
Yes. Thank you for sharing.
Let's the achievements, or when we showcase it, we celebrate it, we highlight it in the open, we celebrate it openly. Oh, this person have done this person have achieved this. It motivates, it help women to want to achieve more. So yes. We don't cap, we don't limit their abilities when we do that.
Thank you. The next parts, I want you to share with my audience what are the things that you're working on, projects or public speaking event that you're going to be on, and more importantly, if anyone wants to reach out to you, what's the best way to reach out to you?
All right, I have just launched 2 of my books.
Congratulations!
And thank you so much. And I'm working on the 3rd one, which I'm also launching in this month of July. Okay. Which is to commemorate my 25th wedding anniversary. Also, I have a speaking engagement, which is a girls' conference, which will be coming up in the month of August. And I'll be talking on sexual purity and dating. It's relationship-based. It's a pure girl conference. I'll be talking that. And I'll be holding a women conference later in this year, whereby we just want to celebrate women as builders, want to encourage women to build enterprise, to build their home, how they can be relevant in the community, and how women can be rightly positioned for global relevance. So I have those projects coming up in this for the rest of this in the coming months of this year, and also the academic session for the Green Slick Mentorship Academy for our teenage and young adults will be also commencing in this July, which will be running from July to December. So we have so many things that we're working currently on, and we know that by the grace of God, we are going to share testimony of successes.
Thank you, Bosola, for your time. I really appreciate you coming to my episode today and share your gift to the world. Thank you very much for being a guest. Really appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you too. And
You're welcome.
Are great work. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's a blessing and a great opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.